you. Hey, we've been monitoring long lines at some TSA checkpoints in spots across the country. Some videos showing travelers waiting for hours to get where they're going. And this comes as the spring break travel rush coincides with a partial government shutdown that's impacted travel at several major airports. Thankfully, we haven't seen huge impacts here in Austin, but we're watching it.
Most Central Texas schools are also about to begin their spring break. Plus, as we mentioned, South by Southwest is kicking off here in Austin. That means even more people will be flying in and out of the airport in the coming days. So we want to check in now with travel expert Katy Nastro with Going.com for some additional insight. Katy, welcome back to the show, and thanks as always for being with us.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Well, happy to be back and happy almost spring.
Yeah, we will take whatever we can get because we know how hot it's going to get here very, very soon. So in case people have not been keeping up super closely, explain how that partial government shutdown is impacting travel across the country.
Yeah, super simply, for anybody that is traveling in the next few weeks or even sooner in the next few days, we are in day 27 of a partial government shutdown. And what that means for travelers is that TSA agents are receiving paychecks without any pay. So they're expected to continue to show up to work, give 110%, yet feel now this financial strain. Now, they're in their second pay period, so they, in fact, did get a paycheck the first 2 weeks of the shutdown, and now in this back half that we're continuing into, again, they're seeing zero in their paychecks when they get them. And so what we've seen as a result of this is the way of sick outs or call outs, where the TSA staff at certain airports is really limited, and that can then mean longer security processing for travelers. So we saw this across New Orleans, we saw this across Houston recently, as well as Atlanta, as well as Charlotte. So we want travelers to be aware that this could happen at any time period. It's more likely to happen, or you're more likely to see more delays, so to speak, during those peak windows. So think on a Friday afternoon, early evening, or a Sunday. Sundays are the busiest day out of the entire week. So we want travelers to be aware if they're traveling on a Sunday or a Monday even, especially across those next few weeks that we see festival season begin in Austin, you should plan accordingly, giving yourself even more time to get to and through the airport.
You mentioned Houston, a big hub here in Texas and some of those other places. We know a lot of folks are flying here, but a lot of folks are trying to get out of town. It's spring break season here in Austin, and people usually like to skip out when it gets really busy here. So what parts of the country are seeing the busiest travel? So that might compound with some of those shutdown impacts we're also seeing.
Yeah, we're seeing for spring break, those popular warm weather destinations are also popular again this year. Think places like Miami or even Orlando. So think that sort of southeast corridor. We're also seeing a lot of interest in the way of nature-based getaways or being close to nature. So think the Hawaiian Islands, as well as specific smaller airports that are close to nature or national parks. So think like a Kalispell, Montana, or even a Palm Springs, where you have that downtown appeal, but then you also have the access to Joshua Tree, not even an hour away. So if you are taking some sort of nature adjacent spring break trip this year, again, we would advise give yourself a little bit more time to get through the airport, especially if you're traveling back or on that Sunday.
We want to ask you about some other news of the moment. Katy, what have you seen about experts talking about airlines raising their fares due to the conflict that's happening in the Middle East, and particularly with lifting fuel costs? Why might that then translate to higher prices for airfare?
Yeah, we want travelers to be aware that there could be impact on U.S. fares in the coming few weeks or even months, but what we want people to understand is that no U.S. carrier has outrightly stated that they have risen fares or are going to raise fares, and by what date and how much. Now, it is likely we could see some impact because fuel or oil is the second biggest cost for airlines. And so if their costs rise, they're going to look to supplement that. And so unfortunately, that could mean higher fares for consumers. Now, we would advise people to be buying or looking and booking their summer flights anyway. So this should just give you even more incentive to start to think about that and get those locked in. And even take it a step even further. Try to book that main economy ticket this year more than ever. It might be a little bit more on the upfront, but you want to have that flexibility this year. So if in fact that price of your flight does drop in the next few months leading into summer, you want to take advantage of the fact that you can call the airline, get rebooked at that lower price, and have that credit to use in the future. And that's really important for cost saving.
Yeah, that's super helpful.
Yeah. So aside from getting to the airport early, I think that's the drum we've all been beating here for a few days. Do you have any other last minute tips or tools to help folks navigate some of the different situations that we're seeing because of everything that's going on?
Two quick things that travelers can use or equip themselves ahead of traveling during this busy time period amidst a partial shutdown. We want travelers, you should download the MyTSA app to have for historical data around what popular times are at your specific airport. I just looked on the MyTSA app, and Sunday mornings at the Austin airport are particularly busy. So again, that'll give you some sort of idea around how much extra time you should add, as well as it typically does have real-time data, but because of the lapse and the partial shutdown, we're not seeing that currently. So what you can do to supplement, I always like going on social media and actually, or going on the airport that I'm flying out of's website to see if they have real-time updates there, or using social media as a backup to see, okay, is anybody posting any videos? Is this airport I'm flying out of trending? And sometimes if it's trending, that's not a good thing, because that means that there is some sort of issue and it could be in the way of longer security processing. So those are my two sort of tools that you can use without having to buy anything or download anything crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Katy, this is exactly why we love talking to you and getting to share this information with our viewers. So next trip, we hope that you'll come to Austin and do this conversation in person.
Yes, definitely. I'm in. Even if it's a little bit more expensive these days.
All right. Well, Katy Nastro again with Going.com. Thanks as always.
Thanks so much.